Hello everyone and welcome to a full face of first impressions on products from a brand where I think when most of us first heard of it, we said, ew, no thank you. Yeah, it's in a box, it's your own box. It was just to keep things together. I got this stuff from Ulta and oh my lordy, oh, wow. Expensive! For a new launch. Like, really expensive? I think I spent like $200 on just these few products. Wowzers! And they're teeny tiny. Like this is a foundation stick. Are you kidding me? Is it for 2 uses? I don't know. I'm confused. But basically, Flesh, they're a new beauty brand that they said, yes, we know our name is gross, but we wanted to name our brand Flesh because when they think of that, they think of reaching into a box of crayons and pulling out the flesh shade and it only being, you know, one color. And they didn't like that. Which I get, but I still wouldn't have gone the route that I went. But I mean, so they're focused on creating, you know, colors for everybody and making it feel inclusive, their brand. And it seems like they want their makeup to be kind of like no makeup, but at the same time, they've also got some really bright neon stuff too. But in any case, I'm gonna be testing out a bunch of their products today on my face. We will see how everything does, if any of this stuff is actually worth the money. And I mean, I guess that's about it. But I'm excited to do this video because this brand has got me all sorts of intrigued for all sorts of different reasons. So I still don't have a song for the full face of first impressions. Clearly I'm sad about it. I can't even speak, but here you go. Here's my face. As always, fellow glasses wearers of the world, I am wearing my glasses today so that we can see how everything is going to perform underneath the glasses. I am also going to go ahead and prep my face with a bit of primer so that we can give everything the best chance possible on my very oily skin. My skin is starting to heal up, so yay, I'm mostly just covering. I mean, I've got a couple owie bits on my nose, but for the most part, just some scarring, discoloration, whatever else. We've got lots of stuff we will be testing this stuff out on for lots of textures anyways. So that is complete here. I need to put my glasses back on for a second. So to start out, I have got the double-ended concealer. This is the Hide the Evidence double concealer. This is 28 bucks for an ounce of product. They've got 11 different shade combinations and it's supposed to be used so that you can not only correct but also conceal based on what you need to do. It's double-ended. So I got number 2, light vanilla. It's going to be creamy and lightweight and also give us a cooling sensation on the skin, so that's kind of exciting. Oh, and I do believe, I mean, at least on all the products I can see, it says that these are not tested on animals, so I'm assuming it's a cruelty-free brand. But the thing I am not excited about is that this is a brush concealer. I typically hate brushes on my products like this, my liquid products, but it says on here, you know, the cover side, the correct side. Of course, it's not gonna focus. There we go, making a mockery of me. Or I'm just making a mockery of myself. Let's see. So for the correct side, oh, it is a, ouch. It's a stiff pen. There we go. We will try and soften that up a little. I don't really feel like stabbing my face at the moment. And I'm just gonna shake it a little bit. I don't know. And then you twist. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba. It's always so nerve-wracking the first time around. And around, and around, and around. Come on now. Oh! Okay, so this side does look very salmon-y, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this under my eyes as a corrector. Okay, that is so liquidy. And it said, I think, it has glycerin in it to make it really moisturizing. So I guess, you know, for under the eyes, that's good. It's going on really nice and smooth. I don't know, maybe this will be the kind of thing that I like because I don't like to use too heavy of products underneath my eyes, I guess, or at least, I don't know, in my head I don't like to because I've got very creasy under eyes, but there. Did that do anything? Like I said, that was super liquidy. Now this side, ow, do you see that? Oh, it's so painful. Go. Now let's see if this one will have the same explosive beginning. it'll be a bit more controlled. Whoop, nope, all right. Maybe a little more controlled, maybe a little thicker. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely a thicker formula. At least by a little bit. This also looks really dark. This is not typically the shade, I guess, that I'm used to being called vanilla. But that's okay. We're gonna make this work. It's actually, I think, a pretty good match to my actual skin color. I typically like my concealers to be a little bit lighter. And this is, well, at least on my chin it looked like the right color, but maybe that's just because my chin is a bit redder. It's looking quite dark on the paler areas of my face that don't really have as much redness, but I mean, it looks like it's blending in smoothly enough, and it's giving a light coverage. I wouldn't say this is going to be anything heavy duty, but at the same time, I feel like it's looking pretty natural. You know, maybe if I got a different shade, I would be able to use this on no foundation days, because it looks like it is. It looks like it's blending in pretty well, but then again, I also don't have my glasses on, so this could be a completely different story once I have vision. Can we see it's the wrong shade? I know I can. Don't even need glasses for that. But now, onto this flesh stick. All of the jokes that I'm sure have already been made. So this is probably gonna be way too dark on me too. Oh god. I didn't know. Here we go. This was, I think, the cheapest out of all of the items. It's only 18 bucks, but you are only getting 0.16 ounces of product in here, and they do have 40 shades, but I feel like the shades go from white to orange. So I didn't feel like, you know, even though they say it's a super inclusive brand, I felt like for the pale and light-skinned folks out there, nope, not for us. I mean, certainly for the deeper skin colors and the tans, oh yeah, you're probably gonna have a fantastic time finding your shade. Anyways, it says it's gonna give us a medium coverage that won't look chalky or mask-like. It's gonna be luminous, slightly dewy, creamy blendable formula, fragrance-free, cruelty-free, all that stuff. Like I said, I got the shade number 8 Custard. I mean, it's like heavily yellow. Let's see how much actually comes in this. That's how much. The size of, not even the size of, the last digit of my pinky. So, flesh stick. How can anyone not laugh when they say that? They said you just swipe the flesh stick on your face and it's gonna be super creamy, dreamy. You can blend it however you want, with your fingers, with your other body parts. I'm gonna try and stop while I'm behind. Okay, this is making me happy. This is blending to a much lighter shade, I think. So I know normally I test out using a sponge on one side and then a brush on the other side, but I just feel like with a stick foundation, a sponge, it just seems weird to me. So I'm gonna do fingers on one side and then a brush on the other. And fingers, you know, it's seemingly going on alright. It doesn't look great. I think it looks kind of mask-like, but we'll see. It kind of feels like I'm rubbing clay or like a light putty into my skin. Yeah, I feel like I could just see this on dry skin, like flaking off all over the place. But certainly you can see a difference from side to side. And I think this is also, like I said, a good indicator that us pale folks don't have to be too scared of this color range, even though it looks like it's scary for us. Let's go ahead and do this side with a brush. Using a flat top brush because I felt like that would apply it, but I was merely guessing. Doesn't look the the greatest. I cannot tell a lie. Well, that's a lie. My skin certainly cannot lie about this. It looks horrible, just like in general, and it just feels kind of oily and greasy on my skin. Yeah, I mean, especially on blemishes and stuff. And then especially on dry blemishes or just dry skin. Oh, and I can just tell this is gonna be the kind of foundation that does not do well under glasses. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go and powder this, see if that takes away some of the oily feeling, and then I'll be back in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Okay, so moving on to the blush. Zoom you back in. There are 8 shades of this blush and it is $26. So this is an expensive blush. And for some of Flesh's stuff, they've got like a fingerprint in it. Yeah, we see that. So that's a thing. And it's also got a nice big mirror, so that's cool. I got the shade Pulse, and it's going to be soft and lovely to touch because of the coconut oils and stuff in it. It is also going to blend seamlessly into the skin. And like I said, there are matte and glimmer finishes. And then the highlighting powder, this comes in 6 different shades, and this is a lot bigger, but it's only $2 more. This is $28. But here's your size comparison. Blush, highlighter, and then again it's got the coconut and sunflower oils and stuff that's gonna make this super blendable and nice to touch and everything. The shade that I got is Lift. Looks like it should be pretty. It might be a little dark on me, but maybe not. Zooming in a little bit more for this, and I guess first I just want to touch it with my finger. Ooh, that is really nice and silky. It's not like buttery, but definitely silky. It feels very nice, and there it is. Woo, super shiny. But that's really, really pretty. That's gorgeous. That's my kind of highlighter, at least it looks like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this out. Whew, it's the kind where it's really soft, and when you put your brush in it even a little bit, it puts those dents in there, so it's a little worrisome. We're also gonna go ahead and tap off a lot of that excess there. But let's see how this does on the cheeks. Did I tap too much of it off? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I think this is a little dark on me, but I'm gonna have to make this work, or else just be grateful that it's mainly my family that's gonna see me today, and they know what I do for a living. So, oh my god. Oh yeah, it's like in the light, it looks like a great color for me, but otherwise it just looks like I put bronzer where I'm supposed to put highlight. Oh, that's a cute look. So that's a bummer, but there you go. It looks like if I would have gotten the right color or a better color, this would have been really pretty and my kind of highlight on the skin, but yikes. Yikes. Let's see if this is just as soft. Ooh, I really liked running my finger over the fingerprint, but I guess I just didn't understand, like, why does that have a fingerprint on it, but the powder highlighter doesn't? Like, it just seems a little inconsistent to me in terms of branding, but ooh, oh my god, I hardly tapped that in there. Okay, okay, okay. Deep breaths. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna look so good. I mean, if anything, I think that makes my highlight look like less of a mistake. And just kind of makes my cheek look like a mistake as a whole. You know, I'm gonna keep going with it. Thankfully, it seems like it's blending out really nicely, or at least nicely enough, so it's not just a super stark smear across my cheek. Ugh. It's certainly dark, though. Why do I try? I don't know. So for the eyeshadow, I'm just going to prime one of my lids, just in the hopes that maybe there's an eyeshadow out there that won't crease on my oily lids. Never know until you try. So one lid will be primed for the eyeshadow and the other lid will stay unprimed. eyeshadow palette. This is $38. It's the Flesh Color eyeshadow palette that's supposed to have nudes. Is this really? No. It almost felt like cardboard. Ooh, this is big. I mean, I feel like I'm opening a novel. But for the most part, I mean, the colors look like my kind of nudes, and then a bright purple, which I personally do love to do under my lash line. And then it comes with a little brush here that, I mean, I doubt I'm ever gonna use, but I could maybe use that as like an inner corner highlight brush. It's just so tiny, but it does have a nice big mirror in here, so that's nice. Ooh, and a nice magnetic closure. So there are matte, satin, and metallic finishes, and these are just basically gonna be the best freaking eyeshadows, or at least the best nudes that have ever been created. They say that the black is unlike any black that they have ever tried before. So, well, I'm gonna have to test that out. So I guess I'm going with dark cheeks today, dark eyes. It'll be a look. We're gonna love it. Again, I have color switched my brushes, so don't worry, there is no pigment on this. Let's see, I want to touch it. Nice and soft. And it looks like it'll be pretty blendy, but we won't know until we try. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip in a fluffy brush into this one here. I think these are named Touch. And I'm gonna go ahead and floof this into my crease. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it's blending really nicely. Quite effortlessly, so that's good. Good start anyways. Now, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but I feel like primer side it wasn't quite as good, which I always feel like it's so weird when eyeshadows are like that. But you know, it is what it is. Now, I'm gonna go ahead with this black here. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna work up the nerve to do it. It's called nerve, so I had to. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this, not in my hair, but in this part of my eyeball. It looks like a nice black. I don't know that I'd say it's unlike anything I've ever used before. It doesn't look like it's the darkest black or anything, but it's also not going on like patchy or chalky or anything, so that's good. Except on the primer side, where it did go on a bit chalky. So this is a bummer, unless these end up lasting without primer, in which case, yay. So now I'm gonna go into Mind with the fluffy brush from before. I'm just gonna try to floof this black into the other shade that we had put down earlier. Be a nice mediator shade, make them get along a little better, hopefully. I just think the black was a mistake. It's starting to look muddy on this side and not quite as blended very well on the other side. I mean, hey, in any case, it's a look, and in any case, I'm wearing my glasses. God. So I think I'm gonna try this shade in the middle. This is called Taste. And I wanna see how this looks. Oh, that's pretty. It's almost looking kind of duochrome-y. I don't know, I thought it looked like the more interesting out of the shadow shades that were included in this palette. And I certainly like all of the colors in the palette in terms of just colors, but this one seemed a bit unique. It's kind of like a shell brown color, and then like I said, it's almost got like a duochrome blue to it. I mean, it doesn't, or like a gray. I don't know, but it's really pretty. I like it anyways. I'm gonna go in a bit next door, just a little bit on that same brush, and I'm gonna put this kind of where that black was on the lid. And I feel like that made no difference. There we go. Maybe finger was the better route. I'm feeling like it's looking a little muddy, but we're gonna work with it still. I'm gonna go ahead with this bright pink fuchsia purple color. And yes, put it exactly where I always put these kind of colors. That's pretty underwhelming. It's pretty underwhelming, but you know, it is what it is. To finish up, I'm going to use the brush that they included. Oh god. And apparently mutilate the white shade in the corner and use this as a super icy frosty inner corner highlight. That one is powerful, my god. Fear me in my laser eyes! Anyways, one moment. I'm gonna go put on mascara. Ready? Ding! Okay, I put on outside clothes now too. Just full of surprises. So, last but not least, how could I not get one of their lipsticks? This is one of their Fleshy Lips. So not only do we have flesh sticks, but flesh lips. That's great. This is a sheer lipstick that comes in 10 shades and is $18. It looks like most of the shades are meant to be kind of nude-ish anyways, but it's going to be rich and creamy with a supple touch. And yes, they say that, you know, it's just gonna give your natural lip color that supple little tiny oomph of extra. It's also fragrance-free. Let's see about that. Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything. Packaging is a little different than what I'm used to. I got the shade Chew, by the way, but usually I feel like lipsticks that have the color at the bottom, not this one has it at the top. So that's kind of cool. I mean, at least if you're, you know, displaying it like in a little holder thing, that way you can see the color better. I mean, it makes sense. And the actual bullet thing is it's an interesting shape. Do you see that? It's not quite a teardrop, but yeah, okay. Let's see how this glides on. Ew. That's pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm actually excited about the lipstick. The color is really great. It's just a sheer wash of like rose with a little hint of red to it. But it feels very moisturizing, but super lightweight, almost like I don't have anything on my lips right now. So yay, there is the full face of flesh makeup. It sounds like I made a face of flesh and then put it on my own flesh. I think the things that I guess, I mean, I'm definitely most excited about the lipstick. I'm kind of excited about the eyeshadow, at least I'm excited to see how it does. I'm not excited about the foundation or concealer, cause I mean, look at my nose, ew. My cheeks just look clownish. I mean, it's just the colors were too dark for me. I guess I'm curious to see how they last throughout the day, but I can't say I'm excited about it. So yeah, there we go, you guys. I'm gonna go about my day here, get some work done, run some errands, go over to my mom's house so we can watch some trashy TV, and then come home and work more. Doesn't that sound exciting? But it's gonna be a day, and we are gonna conquer it together. Now let's see if this makeup is going to conquer it with us or against us. It is currently 2:30 in the afternoon. As always, I will be checking in with you all periodically so that we can see how the different makeup products are doing, and then I will be seeing you all for my very final check-in at the very end of the night. So I'll see you all very soon here on YouTube land. Bye! It is the end of the night here. It is currently just about 1 o'clock in the morning. I know I'm excited to go to bed, but even more so, I'm excited to take this makeup off of my face. This is just... So as you can see, my skin looks awful. Credit where credit's due. I think my forehead looks really good. Shiny. but looks really good. But the rest of my face, oh my gosh, like I said, any spots that were even slightly dry, this just gathered and caked. My nose looks absolutely disgusting. My mustache area looks disgusting. My cheeks don't look good. My chin just cakey. Oof. Oof. Foundation just feels heavy and not good. I feel like it feels exactly how they said it wasn't gonna feel. Like a mask. It looks like the highlighter and blush hung in pretty dang good. I just feel like there are so many highlighters and blushes out there. Like I don't think these were anything phenomenal. I take it back. The highlighter's really pretty. If I would have gotten a different shade, I think I would be singing its praises a lot more. It's just I won't be able to use this one. But do they have this in stores yet in Ulta? If they do, I'll go and see if I can exchange it. If not, whatever. The only redeeming things on my face, I would say, are the eyeshadow, which yes, it's only good on the side with the primer, but on that side with the primer, it looks really good. I didn't have any problem with fallout or anything, at least not that I can see. The side without primer, of course, super creasy, just like I would have expected, and faded. And then the real winner today, the only thing that I'm excited to have is the lipstick. This lipstick is wonderful. Goes on really smoothly. It really does just give you that natural hint of color to your lips. I thought for sure this was gonna be faded and gone by now, since I have had it on for what, like 5-6 hours, and it looks great. And I have been drinking like out of a cup, so like my lips have been touching things, and I still think it looks awesome. Yeah, it doesn't really like transfer a ton. I was noticing that as well on the glass. Like it's just, this is a good lipstick. It is hydrating. It's not like hyper hydrating, but like my lips feel super duper comfy. They feel good, soft, like just really, really nice. Love that lipstick. Would absolutely, if I'm gonna recommend anything from this, lipstick. Otherwise, like the eyeshadows are pretty, but it's also kind of like, how many of those eyeshadow palettes do we already own? A lot. And that one is kind of bulky. I mean, that's not to say it's a bad eyeshadow palette, I'm just saying. It's nothing super special, and that pink, purple, fuchsia color that could have made it really special really didn't do much for me in terms of pigmentation, and I have plenty of other shadows that are that exact same color that perform much better than that. So the eyeshadow was good, but like I wouldn't, definitely not on the foundation stick, definitely not on the concealer, I mean not definitely not, but like the blushes are kind of a dime a dozen. I don't think that that one was worth the high price tag. I mean, it was fine, but I think you can get the same thing for cheaper, you know what I mean? Same with the highlight. I mean, it's pretty, but do you need to spend the money on it? No. I don't think you'll be super disappointed unless you get a wrong color like I did, but that, I guess we have to blame me. But yeah, absolutely, the lipstick. Yes, yes, yes. Super good on the lipstick. Flesh, congrats. You did something well. You did a lot of things well, excuse me. I'm tired. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my short and sweet wrap up here. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I mean, I think the results kind of speak mostly for themselves. Let me know if you have tried out any Flesh beauty products. What do you think of the brand? What do you think of the different products? Do you want to try them out? Did you hate them? Did you love them? Etc, etc. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, if you did find this review helpful and or enjoyable, please do go ahead, give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!